Okay, so I want you to think of three mediums in this world that are the most important to you, whether it be an anime that changed your life, a manga that made you get inspired, a TV show that you just absolutely adore. Now imagine a world without those three things. You can never watch or enjoy those mediums again.
I must go, must leave this house. I must go, the time is now. I must go, it's time to get out.
Because in the society we live in right now, it's definitely taken a turn where things are a little bit blurred regarding the lines between art and the artist. Oftentimes, people usually merge the two and never differentiate them. So basically, they look at it as Oda is One Piece, Masashi Kishimoto is Naruto, George R. Martin is Game of Thrones. And with the way things are right now, if those authors do anything at all that tote the line of morality, people immediately look at the art as if that is the artist. And that's something that I wanted to tackle with this video. The fact that there is, at this particular point, there's no distinction anymore between art and the artist, and pretty much the idea that you must abandon all forms of an art that is created by an artist if this artist has done something that people deem wrong, and how much of a fallacy in the grand scheme of things that truly is. Now, by no means is this some sort of apologist letter for people that have done heinous things in this world. By all means, if somebody has done something that you deem morally wrong, yeah, you can absolutely condemn them. You can ignore them. You can look at them like, hey, this is how I feel about that person, that conglomerate, whatever it is that has done something that you deem to be just absolutely terrible. You can pretty much say, yo, I condemn them. I don't rock with them. They are not somebody that I see myself mingling with in any sort of form. However, after taking a long look at society and life, I kind of look at things a little bit different than I have in the past. Throughout my journey of this whole idea of the artist and art, whether or not they should be separated, in the beginning, I kind of sort of looked at it as follows. Hey, let's separate the art from the artist. I really love this series, or I really love this book. I don't want to have to stop reading it because of the artist. And while there is some merit to that, there is some sort of fallacies, especially when it comes to society. When it comes to pretty much the way people look at things nowadays, it's more so, hey, do you want to support somebody that has done something that is heinous, something that is vile, something that is basically deemed unacceptable? And I definitely agree to a certain extent that no, I do not want to support, whether it be financially, whether it be any sort of way, an artist that has pretty much done something that is absolutely wrong. Because legitimately, like, if somebody in your life, for example, has done something wrong to you, a friend, a lover, whatever it may be, you ideally don't want to do anything for them anymore, right? You usually try to distance yourself, whether it be breaking up with the relationship, moving away from them, or just genuinely stop talking to them. So I understand the idea and the concept of, hey, if said artist, said writer, said creative has done something wrong, I don't want to continue to support them. I feel like they're not the, person that I need to be putting my time and efforts into. However, does that also mean that the work, the art itself, should be completely ignored? One of the big things for me personally is I'm a massive connoisseur of supporting and loving quality art that I deem quality. Obviously, art is subjective. One person could look at a scribble and see just the scribble. Another person could see, oh my god, this is the base concept blueprint to the Eiffel Tower. It's just as abstract as anything you could possibly think of when it comes to art. And I've always been fascinated by art. That's one of the things that led me to my passions of anime and manga and everything regarding this medium, is the fact that I really appreciate and adore the artistic style, the artistic expression, and everything around it. And after my initial ideals of separating the art from the artist, somewhere in between, I started listening to society and thinking, yeah, if the artist did something wrong, I should just completely abandon all of it altogether because I don't want to support that artist. But again, does that mean that you should completely condemn the art itself, connecting it to basically the artist? And here's where I got to throw in something huge and massive to you, because if you're going to go by that logic of, hey, I don't want to support this artist anymore, and I don't want to read his series, I don't want to watch his story, I don't want to support what he has going on in general, then you got to take a look around you, because majority of the things in your life, whether it be the convenience of driving your car using oil, whether it be the iPhones that you're on, the phones that are created in different third world countries, all of them are connected to some really heinous and messed up things in one form or another. For example, child labor in China creating some of the phones that you want, or pretty much the oil situation where a lot of people, have been slaughtered and all sorts of wars have gone on over oil, or pretty much slaves in the Congo that are, basically enslaved into creating all of the products that pretty much you could possibly think of in your life. Chances are, if it's not made in a country where, hey, there's actually rules and regulations and laws and stuff like that, more than likely the product that you're indulging in, again, whether it be your phone, the oil in your car, or, even some of your sweatshirts, your t-shirts that you love, your hats, they were created in places where there were a lot of really heinous and morally wrong things that happened. But you're not going to abandon them. Now, you could throw the argument, hey, well, what about the fact that there are necessities? I need my car to get from point A to point B. No, you don't. Use a bicycle. Go use an electric scooter, which I'd imagine even that electric scooter or those tires on that bicycle, because if I'm not mistaken, there is absolutely no company in the US that manufactures bicycle tires any longer. Yeah, you're probably still gonna have some way. I mean, I guess if you want to walk, a 3 mile, 6 mile, 10 mile walk to and from where you gotta go, then so be it. Okay, you don't need a phone anymore. You don't need communication. You don't need these laptops. You don't need some of these things that, once again, are all in some form or another connected to immorally wrong things in this world. But more than likely, you're going to continue to wear that shirt on your back. You're going to continue to use that phone that you're hopping on social media with. You're going to continue to drive that car with that oil. You're going to continue riding that bicycle with those tires. You're going to continue to live your life as is, right? So what is the difference, and why should art be condemned when you're supporting financially and all of that sorts with all of these other aspects of life? But when it comes to the arts, it feels as though that's where, no, you got to draw the line and condemn, despite the fact that, hey, the art itself hasn't done anything wrong to you, so long as the art hasn't been a reflection of some of the heinous and egregious situations from these said artists. I don't understand why at this particular point we should condemn art, but we're not going to condemn the phones, the cars, the bikes, the clothing, the fans, the lights, all of these things that are created, again, in egregious circumstances of slavery, child labor, and all of these really, really horrible things. You're not going to condemn all of those things, so why condemn the arts? I mean, in this country alone, there's a massive fight for the arts itself. Art programs are constantly being removed from schools year by year. Budgets are being cut in the arts and crafts, and it's just in general been shrinking little by little. The industry of, hey, teaching people how to be artists and whatnot. And it's more so being one of those things where, hey, get self-taught, because at school, you're not going to have that available anymore, because the arts are being underappreciated and being condemned more strongly than a lot of these other industries, because they always continue to push the idea of the starving artist. If you're an anime manga fan in particular, which I'd imagine a few of you are if you're watching this video, I primarily post anime and manga related content. I'd definitely appreciate it if you subscribe and hit that bell for more of these type of videos. You might be a fan of a few series that in one form or another are connected to some really immorally wrong things. For crying out loud, each and every week for many, many years, I have reported on the fact that animators that create the anime that you love and enjoy are severely underpaid, some making $900 a month working 60 hours a week. I think that's immorally wrong. If you ever read the manga Toriko, that was a very big deal in Weekly Shonen Jump. It had crossovers with Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. Yeah, that mangaka was arrested and convicted of very heinous offense regarding a minor. Are you gonna just completely erase Toriko off the map? The author of Rurouni Kenshin was also arrested and convicted of, again, something very heinous. The founder of Studio Ufotable was arrested and convicted of tax evasion. Again, breaking the laws. Some might see that as morally wrong if you're very strong on justice. And Studio Ufotable are responsible for some of the biggest and most impactful anime coming out right now, including Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel, Demon Slayer, the Demon Slayer Mugen Train film, the upcoming Genshin Impact anime, Yeah, Ufotable is creating a lot of those things, and the founder, Hikaru Kondo, was convicted of a crime. And that's just only the people that got caught. Imagine the people that have yet to be discovered. At the end of the day, everybody has a moral compass. I'm not saying all these people are, offenders of crazy crimes, or just in general, even assuming that they're morally wrong. What I'm saying is that it is very wrong to condemn one format while still supporting all of these other industries simply because, hey, the arts are underappreciated, overlooked, and simple as an easy scapegoat of, well, screw that artist. But you're not going to say that to the manufacturer of your clothing, your vehicles, the oil in your car, or any of these other things that are also very immorally wrongly produced by people that are oppressed and done a lot horribly wrong than, for example, tax evasion from Hikaru Kondo. And while some might take this video as a plea to please spare some of these creatives, by no means am I saying that. If you still feel the way after everything I've explained to you that, hey, I want to continue on living my life the way I am, I will not support creators if I don't align with their morals, so be it. But you gotta also accept the fact that you're a hypocrite if you're gonna say that and then hop on your iPhone and then go drive your car. Throughout my life, I continue to grow and open my mind to different ideas and different concepts. And one of the things that I've really decided is I am not going to condemn arts. Does that mean that, hey, if a series was done by some sort of predator and the predator was convicted and whatnot, that I'm gonna completely continue on, hey, I'm gonna buy all the merch possible? No, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to ignore that I have, let's just say these box sets of this anime that I already purchased. Like, can't watch them anymore. No, that's not the case. I'm going to continue watching them. And that goes for, I'd say, even in the music industry, there's artists that have been convicted of some heinous acts. Does that mean you can no longer listen to your favorite CD from said artist or stream up their numbers? I mean, people are going to stream them anyway. So what's the difference? Especially half of these people that were convicted of these crimes were pretty much negotiated out of their publishing and won't receive a dime from it anyways. So at the end of the day, the choice is up to you. But if you're going to make these moral conscious convictions of said arts because of artists that have done wrong, then you also have to look around you at each and everything that is around your room and surroundings and say, yeah, this is a hypocritical life that I'm living, because it is. Just wanted to bring this to your attention, and I appreciate it if you give me your feedback on this whole situation. If an artist does something that you deem to be immorally wrong, foul, or you don't align with their political beliefs or any of those things, does that automatically mean that you cast aside what they have created that you may have loved? Maybe, let's just say if you're a massive Naruto fan, if you found out Kishimoto did something wrong, does that mean you're never gonna watch Naruto? If some of the biggest creatives and the best shows and the greatest music all at once, 20 people in a row, were sentenced to life in prison for something absolutely out this world, are you gonna take all 20 of those things and say, nope, can't touch them anymore? You're probably not. You're probably gonna live in secret because society has made you feel like you should be ashamed for enjoying the things that you love because they are fusing the art and the artist, where, hey, if you're gonna do that, then you gotta also point the finger at all of the other ones that are doing even worse things than some of these creatives. That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Have an awesome day. Peace in, and I stand with separate the art from the artist. I'm gonna love these works. I'm gonna appreciate these works. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna go out there and support each and every piece of merch and all of those things for this artist, but I don't want to just fuse and use the artist and the art as synonymous. Like, they're separate, and I don't think you should condemn one industry while supportive of many other, even more foul industries. Have an awesome one.
I have a dream, alone in my room as I sit with the tea. Couldn't possibly think what I often see, and you don't even know how I often blink. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read bleak, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.